house rise. Creative reptiles where the knowledge flows. Ball pythons in the cut, ready to pose. Boa constrictors lurking, everybody knows. Education meets school in every frame we expose.
You're welcome to another Snake Prince vlog. This video is not a video I wanted to make, but I told y'all I'll be transparent about my entire journey as a reptile keeper and breeder. So here we go. And before we get started, before any of you come into my comments saying, oh, you need to get used to this, you need to this is gonna happen, things like this is normal, I don't want to hear that bullshit. I know that logically, I know that I'm not stupid, but I think this is another thing that separates business breeders versus hobbyists, is that I see these as my pets first and foremost. I see them as my children. Some of these animals I've raised from babies to adults. Not this particular snake, but I've known him long enough to have created a bond, at least, you know, even if it's one-sided, you know, an emotional attachment to this animal. But anywho, I hate to announce this, but I lost a ball python for the very first time. Now, I've had pets my whole life. Growing up, I've had a bird, I've had fish, had dogs throughout my life. So this isn't the first loss I ever had. Even when it comes to reptiles, y'all know the story. I'm not going to repeat everything, but I did lose my crested gecko Moonlight to impaction. I lost Corella, the king snake. She was a baby king snake, and first meal I ever gave her, she regurgitated and quickly died after that. I didn't even have her long, probably a month or so, I don't know. But anywho, this is the first ball python I've ever lost to death, and it hurts like hell. Like I said, I've gained an emotional attachment to this animal. This is SORIN. SORIN was this ivory super inchy, so that's a super yellow belly, super inchy, and I have his children too. I actually got his children before I got him from my mentors. I got Kovu and Vatani. They're just yellow belly inchy babies, and I plan on using them in future pairings, you know, in the future, whatever. And they're growing nice. But yeah, anywho, my mentors, as they were downsizing their collection and moving some things and retiring some breeders and stuff like that, I told them I wanted SORIN. SORIN was my guy. Even before, when they had him, before they gave him to me, I first met SORIN in 2023 because I had a photography gig. It was like a masquerade ball, and they wanted snakes there for like a photo backdrop for guests to take pictures of, and also he was gonna perform with a belly dancer, and so I took him and I took Jasmine, my normal ball python, and it was a hit. They were a hit. He was specifically a hit. Like, everybody loved him. His personality was just amazing. I called him the Periscope King because when he was out of his enclosure, and whether he's on my shoulders or if he's roaming on the floor, he is going to periscope. But he's not just going to periscope. He's going to periscope and sit there for a long period of time. Like you know how meerkats are looking out for danger? That was SORIN. And his son does the exact same thing, Kovu. He does the exact same thing like his daddy. They don't just periscope a little bit and then go back down across. No, he sits there for a minute. That was like his thing. But anywho, I don't know the cause of death yet. I do plan on taking him to the vet to get an autopsy, but from what me and my mentors observed before his passing, things that were happening in his body structure, thinking possibly kidney failure, or maybe, I don't know, probably a cancerous mass or something. We don't know. We're thinking 9 times out of 10 kidney failure, but he was 8 years old. He lived a good life. He fathered a lot of babies. He had some clutches. He did his thing. But Yeah, he was such a good ass snake. I love him so much, and I miss him. But yeah, he passed Sunday, yesterday. I went to go clean and give fresh water and found him, and it was a lot. It was a lot. I cried a lot. But yeah, nobody really likes to talk about grief when it comes to animals, especially in the reptile hobby. Because breeders, they're used to it. They're used to it. A clutch go bad, you know. Anything, you know, or a baby hatch out and die right away, or you have a problem feeder that you have to assist feed for a long time and it still don't make it. Like, again, I know that this is something that I'm going to have to get used to. I know that. But at the same time, when you've had these animals for as long as I've had some of them, and you develop an attachment to them, and you've done a lot of things to create a lot of memories with them, like me and SORIN probably did like 4 gigs, like photo shoots and educational shows. Him, you know, educating children and educating even adults about these snakes who want people who are afraid of snakes. Holding one for the first time, SORIN was that snake. Like the last event we did was Memphis MonsterCon. Back in November, and that was an amazing time, and he was a hit. He was one of them ones that everybody loved. And so not only I'm gonna miss him, but a lot of people are gonna miss him. But it's hard. It's hard if you actually love and care for these animals. You don't see them as just dollar signs. You don't see them as just inventory, as some people talk about them. I'm gonna be honest with y'all, I don't think I will ever get used to this feeling. Now granted, it might come a time where I don't cry over these animals, but the pain is still there. Like, I haven't stopped thinking about him all day, to the point to where I just went into my Google photo drive and just went searching for photos of him, because I just could not get him off my mind. And the smell of death. Now, I've had a dog die in my arms due to parvo, a puppy that me and my siblings tried to rescue, but we didn't know he had parvo. We didn't know shit about parvo, because you know, when you grow up in the hood and stuff, and you just get a stray dog off the street, you don't think about shit like this. But it's something about the smell of death, or feeling the animal as they take their last breath. You just never get over that. Luckily, I was not there when he took his last breath, because that probably would have fucked me up. But I'm just not. I don't think I'll ever get used to it. Like I said, years from now, after so much breeding and so many animals, I'm probably not going to cry every time an animal dies. But damn it, I don't think I will not feel pain, because I love these animals. These are my pets. These are my babies. But it is what it is. My mom is determined to bury him in the backyard and have a funeral. So, and all my friends are entertaining her in her foolishness and talking about recording. He's in the freezer right now, because I really want to get an autopsy so I can know exactly what he died from. But once the vet tells me and I get the results, we might cremate him and bury him in the backyard. Scatter his ashes in the backyard. But one thing, my mom sitting here planning his funeral has made me laugh. Just listening to her has made me laugh, because she talking about she's gonna sing a song and my dad's gonna do a eulogy. And it's just, I'm happy to have family that support me, even if they're not crazy about the animals. They support me, and they love me enough to want to do something like this, because they know I'm grieving. They know I am hurting. They know I'm in pain. And that I really, really love these animals. So we'll see. I don't know. Knowing my mom is gonna happen. But hopefully the vet could do an autopsy. I put, so he wouldn't decompose, I did put him in a freezer, so we can get something I just have to know. I just have to know. Was it kidney failure? Was it cancer? What was it? How did he go downhill so fast and just drop like that? I really want to know. Now, will I do that for every snake? Hell no. I might do this for Jafar. I might do this for Jimmy. But, you know, I just really want to know. So, after the autopsy, most likely just going to cremate and have a snake funeral. But I just want to do a little talk about grief and let people know that he's gone. Because he was one of the photo shoot snakes. He was one of the educational ambassadors. And so, I don't want people to contact me and be like, yo, can I use that yellow snake? He's gone. So, but it is what it is. I have some great memories. I have some great photos and great videos, and I won't forget him. I will never forget him. Soren will always be here in my heart. But yeah, just something that a lot of people don't talk about. Grief with animals, with pets, with breeders, if you really, really love these animals, you're going to feel something when they no longer are with us. But anyways, fly high, Sorin. I know you're in that great, beautiful, if heaven is real, I know you're there, because you was the sweetest snake in the world. Never defensive, never fussy, never hissy. You was a dope dude. I miss you, Sorin. I love you. And I'll see you on the other side one day when it's my time to go. But that's it. I'm your host, Prince Elias. Hopefully the next vlog will be a lot more upbeat. But I just had to get this off my chest and talk about grief, because that's what I'm currently going through. But anywho, love your animals. Love your pets. Care for them the best you can. And honor them when they pass. That's it. I'm your host, Prince Elias. This is SnakePrinceVlogs. I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.
Literally slides and cinematic vibes. Photogenic serpents taking over lives. Lessons and lenses, no disguise. Reptile lovers in the house rise. Creative reptiles where the knowledge flows.